everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. Or if you are into holistic lifestyle, sustainability, plant-based diets, spirituality, mommy vlogs, natural hair, basically just me living my life and showing you how you can continue to just live your life. If you're into any of that, continue to watch and also consider subscribing. So today I want to talk about crystals and just talking about the ideal that some people have that crystals are like bad or they're devil, like just silly stuff like that. And I necessarily didn't want to like go into this subject, but I think it needs to be talked about because I'm going to have way more videos talking about crystals, and I already have some already up. And it's something I really enjoy using. So I just want to do a quick video talking about it. This is in no way to be like, I don't know. I'm just doing it for people who want to know. You can put whatever you want in the comment section, or you can start your own channel and put your own opinions on your channel, boo. But I'm not here to fight with nobody. I'm going to tell you my experience with crystals and what I believe them to be at this time, at this present time in my life. To me, I feel like everything is fluid. Everything changes. You become more aware of certain things. You become more in tune with certain things. You may need certain things in your life at one point, and then you're like, okay, that no longer serves me, so you move on to something else. So right now, like I said, at this current point in my life, I use crystals, and this is how I view them. So crystals come from the earth. They come from years and years and years of the earth creating crystals, creating these beautiful things that we have. It's freaking amazing. Like, there's crystals out there that aren't even really crystals. They come from a meteor that hit the earth like thousands upon thousands, millions of years ago, and a freaking meteor was crystallized and turned into green glass called moldavite. This right here, I have amber. This isn't even a crystal. This is part of a tree that's basically been crystallized over years and years and years. So these are things that come from the earth, similar to plants, to herbs, food, trees, everything out here. Crystals are a part of that, of what the earth is here to help us with. I believe that everything that we need is here on the earth. It literally comes from the earth, boo. Similar to how salt, people don't realize that salt and sugar is a crystal. It's crystal. It's a freaking crystal. Salt and sugar. So we use salt, we put it into our body. What can salt do? Salt can increase our blood pressure. Salt can do a lot of things within our body. If you soak yourself in salt, it can help to draw out blood. Salt can help to draw out excess moisture within your body. Epsom salt, the magnesium that's in Epsom salt can help to reduce swelling and inflammation and pain within your body. Same thing with crystals. Crystals have these same elements and same components. They might, like this crystal might not be salt. It might have something else in it that can help you. There's some crystals that have phosphide in it, that have calcium in it. There's some crystals that have iron. These different properties, when you wear them, when you hold them, when you make some type of like crystal elixir and ingest them, you can get the effects of that crystal. It's just something that comes from the earth that you use as a tool. Now, some people use them as a tool physically, and then also some people use them as a tool energetically. And I think some people, they're okay with physical. So for example, salt. Using salt and soaking your body in Epsom salt to relieve muscle aches and pains. People are okay with that. But then when you say, I'm using this salt in my spiritual bath to help to remove any trauma out of my body, any toxins out of my body, anything within my body that no longer serves me, I'm removing it from my body while I get into this tub, and then I'm letting it go down the drain. People hear that and they're like, oh, that's the devil. But what really is the difference? What really is the difference? I think some people feel like, oh, your intentions need to be that you're saying that you can't say that this object is helping you to remove certain things out of you. You can't say that. It can only be used for practical, physical things. It can't be used for anything spiritual. Who are you to say that? You know, what I believe to be spirituality, what I believe to work for me on a spiritual level is totally different from you. And I feel like that's how it should be. I think spirituality should be individualized. It should not be, this is the way everybody has to do it. This is what you have to believe. You don't believe this, you're not in this group, and you are an other, and you need to be condemned. Like, I don't believe in that. That's not how I see life. I see life way more fluid, and I feel like everyone has something to offer, And I also feel like what's for you is for you, and what works for you is going to work for you. It's so simple, but that's honestly how I see things. I think that's, for me, that's the best way to see it, because I never want to look down on somebody for what they believe. And I don't like people to look down on me for what I believe, because it's just like, focus on what you believe in. Like, why are you focusing on me? Like, the time that you're putting to spin and to throw hatred at me or to condemn me, you could be putting that towards building your own faith and beliefs and practicing whatever lifestyle you feel like you should be practicing. And I hope that part of your lifestyle is not finding people who don't believe in you and pointing the finger at them. Because if so, that's stupid. Like, just focus on you and what you got going on. And, you know, if you want to bring more people into whatever you believe in, great. But don't let hatred and fear be the fuel behind your faith. That's just my opinion. Can we get a throat cleanse for that? Okay, so that's what I think. Some people feel like, oh my goodness, crystals is so bad, like you're not supposed to do it, and then they have a diamond ring on. Do you not understand that diamonds are crystals? Diamonds are carbon. It's an element that is then formed from pressure, and it becomes a crystal. Diamonds are crystals. Rubies are actually crystals. Really, they're gemstones, but they really are something that comes from the earth that we adorn our body with. And do we put value into certain things? That's really what it is. You putting value and energy into something. That's really what it is. You put value and energy into gold, into crystals, into diamonds, into rubies and emeralds. You put energy into it. And you say, when a person wears a diamond and it's really big, they have money, they're living the luxurious life. Look at him, look at her. We put energy into objects all the time, but when we do it for something that we say is for our spiritual growth, people then become offended, or they feel like that's not good, that's demonic. I think that if you came to this video, either you're here to spew some hate and fear, or you're here because you're drawn to this energy and you're like, you know, maybe this could help me. Maybe this is something that I should learn. I honestly feel like you should experience it for yourself. Don't take what I say or what someone else says word for word, because your experience could be totally different. You may be more sensitive to how crystals are. You may be less sensitive, or over time you may become sensitive, because I had crystals for years. I've had crystals for years, and I was like, not even paying attention to it. But it wasn't until something happened and I was like, you know what, let me start getting back into it. Let me start really learning more about them and using them and meditating with them and sleeping with them and using them every day to see how this could help me. And then I opened my mind to it more. I became more aware, so I became more sensitive to the energies around me. Similar with food. Some people are way more sensitive with food. This is why you have people who have allergies, who have lactose intolerance, who end up having like Crohn's disease, certain diseases that are caused from food, diabetes, because they're more sensitive to foods. They're more sensitive to certain things, and their body can overreact to having it, or kind of underreact. Not a word, but you get what I'm saying, to certain foods and certain hormones and things like that. So it's the same. It's the same if you were to take in herbs. We take in a herb like lavender. Lavender is here. It smells beautiful, and lavender can help you to relax. It can help you to go to sleep. Lavender can also help to open up your third eye. People hear that, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. That's da 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 da. But when you think about your third eye is connected with your pineal gland, or pineal gland, or pineal gland or pineal gland. People pronounce it differently, but pineal gland. And this gland secretes melatonin. It's literally right behind your third eye. They call it like the seat of the soul, that area in your brain that it's at. And it releases melatonin. And what this melatonin does is it helps us to go to sleep. So if you are ingesting something that's going to help you to go to sleep, and it's connected to your third eye, which your third eye is your real eye. It's your real eye. When you close your eyes, you open your real eye. You open yourself up to like something that's not seen, something that's not so in your face. The subconscious, the unconscious, the things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't see. The energies behind the scenes. It helps you to go to sleep and really get into that realm, that sleep realm. It helps you to download certain things. It helps you to sift out certain things that you went through that day. It helps to give you certain nudges. And you wake up like, oh my goodness, I got an idea. You opened up your third eye. You opened up your subconscious mind, and you were able to sift through certain things that happened throughout your day. And now you feel more clear and open to going forward towards your goals. Now you got this $1 million freaking idea, and you can execute it because you opened up your real eye. But people decide to be fearful about doing that, about taking certain things, about using the tools that are literally here on earth. I am growing lavender in my backyard right now for the express purpose of harvesting the flowers, making different oils for myself, making lavender tea, so I can then ingest it into my body and help me to open up my third eye. I put all my energy into it. I'm growing lavender from seed outside. I bought some lavender and I'm growing it outside for the express purpose of opening up my third eye more, of being able to have restful sleep so I can then sift through my day's craziness and really get to the root of things. Because we don't learn everything just with our eyes. We learn things with our real eyes. Well, another video, okay? But kind of went off on a tangent, but I just wanted to talk about that and just say, like, I think people are feared into not trying something new, feared, or they feel like their belief system is stronger when they can point at you and say, you're not doing what I'm doing, you're wrong, and I'm right because I'm doing the opposite of what you're doing. So I'm a stronger person, I'm a better person because I'm not doing what you're doing and you're wrong. And I'm not saying this is everyone. I'm not saying this is everyone that's into, you know, a certain religion or a certain belief. I'm not saying that at all. But some people come onto platforms like this, or they're just afraid of certain things because of what they heard somebody say. Oh, I'm afraid to get into it because they told me this was going to happen or that's going to happen. Who is they? People who've never done it before? People who are still going off of someone else's fear? People who are going off of miscommunication, misinformation? You'll take medication from a doctor that'll tell you this is going to lower your blood pressure, or this is going to help with your moods. This is going to help you get over depression. But if I tell you work with this crystal, start drinking this herb every night, start scripting every night the life that you want to have. Write yourself a letter. Write your past self a letter. Write your inner child a letter and burn it on a full moon. And when I tell you to do that, oh my gosh, no, don't do it. That ain't right. But if I tell you to take a pill that can cause suicide, that can cause further depression, that can cause weight gain, that can cause IBS, that can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, that can cause you to go into a coma, that can cause seizures, that can cause stroke. I tell you to do that, you're like, great, sign me up. Where's the closest pharmacy? Cleansing that throat chakra one more time. Yeah, so it's just like, it's just all over the place. I feel like we can get more in tune with ourselves if we use things that are here on this earth for us. Crystals, herbs, plants, getting out in nature, having an ancestor altar, talking to your ancestors. I have connected so much with my ancestors. It's really like mind-opening stuff. And it's so subtle when you open yourself up to connecting with your ancestors or your higher self, using crystals. Like, it's just such a subtle nudge, and it's just so beautiful to just feel that subtle nudge. Hey, instead of getting mad about this, do this. Or, you know what, you were wrong, go apologize. And it's just like something will happen later that, like, my uncle will send me something, I'll be like, oh my goodness, like, that's probably because this happened and he's telling me this and he told me my grandmother used to do this. And it's just like, wow, like, maybe she was talking to me. It's just like, life is so beautiful, y'all. Do not be afraid of using a crystal. Try it for yourself. Consider subscribing to my channel. My battery is going low and I don't even know where my charger is. What am I going to do? But I've had a great time doing this video. Let me know if you want me to expand on anything in the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember, in all that you do, stay forever true, y'all. Peace.